It's good to have you back on Global Business Report. Entrepreneurial forces are relatively strong in Nigeria as a lack of jobs and rise in poverty leave few other options for the citizens. Although difficult due to a lack of resources, there are several organizations and shows such as the Next Titan that are dedicated to promote entrepreneurship. Here in the studio, I have the Director of Programs of the Next Titan reality show, Ajiboye Ronald, and Season 1 show, IROGHAMA, OGBEIFUN, who will be joining us shortly. Ronald, it's good to have you with us. Good. Now, tell us about this Next Titan reality TV show. What's it all about?
All right, the Next Titan reality TV show is a foremost reality TV show in Nigeria. It's been existing for like 6 years now. We're on the 6th season. I was formerly sponsored first season by MTN Nigeria and hijacked by Heritage Bank as the headline sponsor, and then we've got some other supporting sponsors like the likes of Ford, Safex, and then, for example, this season we also have Bet King on board and some other couple of. And the major thing we try to do is to promote entrepreneurship in Nigeria by looking for scouting for the most relevant entrepreneurs that are really strong, vibrant, and intelligent, that have got business ideas. Right. We conduct application and auditions from all over 6 geopolitical zones of Nigeria, and then we bring them together in their house, give them tasks that are really rigorous, that are really intelligent, and then from there we pick a winner. And then at the end of the day, the winner goes home with a brand new car and a motivation in terms of funding that is enough to fund the business.
All right, so there's a lot of expectations here, regards to what you just told us. Now, let's take a look at some specifics here. Tell us about the calendar of the show, and when will the Season 6 begin? How can one apply, and what is the criteria for application here?
Okay, basically, the criteria for application, of course, you can't apply any longer.
Oh, sure. All right, then.
You can't apply any longer because there's an age boundary. It's for the youth.
Okay.
All right, and you don't have to, as long as you're from 18 down to 35, you can apply. That's number one. And then again, you can apply through freely. It's free. You don't have to pay for it on through our website. And then once your application is received, then we have the audition stage. Okay, and then we have the audition stage, and which is conducted from Enugu, Port Harcourt, Lagos, Abuja, and then after which we collect that, and then we do some other analysis. Then the best 50, we put them in the boot camp. So at the boot camp, we also select the best ones to go into the house. Usually it's around 16. So the calendar of the show is such that at the moment right now, towards the end of July, we're going to start the boot camp, the audition, and then after which it's followed by the boot camp. We have the press briefing and the premiere of the show. And towards September ending, that's when the show itself is going to begin properly.
Indeed, very good development there, Ronald. Now, we're being joined by IROGHAMA, or OGBEIFUN, I hope I got that right. She's Season 1 winner of the show, and she's a CEO of Hairven Haircare Products. Now, I'm going to start with you from an entrepreneurial point of view here. Which factors are more critical to survival of a startup? And are these personal factors, for example, age, sex, environment factors like labor, fiscal freedom? What do you make of all of this?
So critical factors for startup, you have to be resilient, first of all, because it's usually a very tough journey. And trying to break into any industry or any market, you have to extremely be strategic. You have to be clear on what your product is, what your service offering is, and who your target market is. And then in terms of all the other factors, age, certainly, I mean, there's a lot of benefits of experience which comes with doing business or working in a structured environment for a period of time as well. So age, you make some mistakes when you're younger, and then over time you learn. Gender, I don't think that really has a bearing, male, female. I think anyone can be a successful entrepreneur. It just comes down to your personal traits and your character, and a good idea and very good execution. So,
of course, and consistency as well. Yes, very good. Now, why do you think most startups fail at the growth stage? IROGHAMA is still on you.
So I think many people give up before time. So you fall a lot of times, or you fail a lot of times, and then you're unable to keep going because you think that maybe you've made the wrong choice from the very beginning, and maybe that's just the time that you're about to get your break. I also feel like indiscipline. So if you're not clear on how you're spending your money, if you're not clear that revenue is made up of, profit and expenses or capital expenses, then you're going to just think all your revenue is profit. So what you find is that you have money initially, capital money to start up the business, and then you can't keep it going, you can't sustain it because you're spending all of your revenue instead of differentiating. So I think discipline, understanding the core of your business, understanding your finances, understanding your target market, having a product that people are actually willing to buy into, and then just being patient and realizing that you will fail, you'll make mistakes, but those mistakes should just be stepping stones to the next level of what you're doing, are key to success through the growth stage.
Very, very good. Now, Ronald, you're having some kind of dinner today.
Yes,
I want you to tell us a little bit about that. But just before you start, does the participant always get some kind of funding on this show?
Yes.
As startups, so tell us about that.
At the end of the day, we have a winner. At the time ENGR won, it was 5 million.
I heard you upped it now.
All right. But right now there is a new surprise.
Okay.
So it's no longer 5 million, it's 7 million and a brand new Ford car.
Okay.
Yeah, it could be a car, it could be an SUV, but we'll keep that as a surprise. So we don't let them know. And then, so they usually get that. And then other than that, they get mentorship as well.
Okay.
And of course, networking, which is actually key in business.
All right.
So for these, we've had the first winner, we've had a second, third, fourth, and fifth, and now we want to have sixth. So we felt like it's quite just fair enough that we have, because every one of them are doing fantastic. I read about IROGHAMA, she's the CEO of Hairven, and we want to celebrate them, and I want to share their testimony.
Yeah.
And it's also a time for networking as well. So we've been able to invite the key stakeholders in Nigeria that are entrepreneurs, that they own their own businesses. They are leaders in Nigeria. So we're going to be having a networking section, whilst our previous winners are also going to be sharing their testimonies. So it's a night, an evening, we call it the milestone evening. So it's a night that we kind of reminisce. And then again, we also share testimony, and then we also celebrate the winners.
Very good. Now, IROGHAMA, from you, briefly, 30 seconds here, what advice would you give prospective participants of this show?
I'd say believe in yourself, believe in your idea. I'd say you have to come to the show the judges why you need to be there, why you deserve to be part of the show, and why you deserve to win. I'd say draw on your network. I'd say be courageous, be bold, and I'd say don't give up.
Very good. All right, Ronald Ajiboye, IROGHAMA, OGBEIFUN, I'd like to thank you for being a part of the show. It's good to have you with us. All right, that's Global Business Report at this hour. Stay tuned to Rise News from all of us. Thanks for your company. I'm Ni Wilo.
At the time in this country, Nigeria had 180 textile mills. The cotton that